Justin and Tanner, what's up, guys? The Never a Doubt podcast. I've been seeing you guys pop up on my feed a lot in the past 60 days. Like, what's going on? Tell us about you guys.
Well, hello, and thank you for having
Yeah, thank you
us.
for having us. You are our first podcast that we are guests on, so
Yeah, this is a
that's
huge
huge.
milestone.
Whoa, whoa. And I feel like you guys are, it feels like you guys have been podcasting for like 10 years. Is this true? Because your guys podcast, the production and everything, like the voices. How did you guys get these voices?
I mean, well, we have a lot of experience separately and
Yeah,
together.
yeah,
Um, we each did separate podcasts, and we've both been in the media space like for a
a long
handful of
time.
years. So yeah, we finally have come together, and we've been friends forever. So I think
Yeah,
that's
that
definitely a
helps.
benefit.
Justin's also been a comedian for a long time, so the stage presence, being able to like be in front of an audience and like talking to people isn't like difficult for him.
It's
So
scary
that
though. I
helps.
am scared all the time while I'm up there.
Constantly scared, yeah. So for people who don't know what Never It Out podcast is, like, can you guys give us a elevator pitch on like what is this podcast?
Yeah, we so this is a Husker football comedy podcast
Mhm,
where we basically wanted to bring we watch the games every week like all of us do,
mhm,
and we wanted to bring kind of our humor and just how we watch games out to people because we always make each other laugh and say the most ridiculous things while in front of the TV or at the games. So we're like, we got to do something about this. We spend so much time watching and enjoying the games or being heartbroken. We're like, we got to do something with this.
Or talking about it in the off season. I mean, even when it's like the dead of like May or June, it's like we're still like texting about it. Yeah, like right when the
mhm.
season's over, we're like already talking about next year. We're looking at the schedule,
We
so
do a
we're like,
countdown. We rename our group chat every day
it's
to count
ridiculous.
down the days until the next season starts.
Yeah, but I think part of it too is like we looked around the space. Obviously, having uh been fans of the team for so long, like we know what all the channels are. Like and now there's more than ever given like the media landscape and YouTube and social media. But when we kind of looked around, we were like, a lot of people are doing like informational shows, like in
Mhm.
informational social media, just about the team, like what's breaking, what's going on with certain players. And we were just like, no one's really like Nebraska
Singing a
fans are
song about Matt Rule walking up onto our plane while
with
eating
chicken. Yeah.
Chick-fil-A. No one's singing about Coach.
Yeah.
So we're like, we should sing
We
about
should
Coach.
sing about Coach.
Sorry to cut you off.
No, it's okay. Um, yeah, we were just like, we need to bring like what we do into this space because it just feels like something that like Nebraska fans are so diehard that sometimes it gets a little like too serious. And it's like we need to like peel it back a little bit and
Mhm.
remember that like this is meant to like be fun. We're supposed to enjoy this. It's not
Mhm,
like life or death all the time.
mhm.
So that's kind of where it originated.
Man, man, I see content creators in like two buckets. And it's like people who are like funny and actually like have talent, and then the rest of us who are like trying to be funny. And like it's so I feel like hitting like humor on social media, it's such a nuanced, like fine line between like funny and corny. And you guys are like
The
you have
corniest
the
people I've ever sing.
enhancement.
It's
Wasn't
cringy
gonna
to
say it.
watch. Sorry, sorry.
It's so hard. Like everybody wants to pull off funny on social media. When
Yeah.
people think social media, that's the first thing they think is I'm gonna go on, I'm gonna be funny. But like you said, there's all these kind of dry informational Nebraska talk shows, and we all know them. There's a huge ecosystem around Husker football of just content creation and news and stuff. And you guys are like, I'm gonna zig and bring humor to Husker football. And I mean, I feel like it's working. Like I've seen you guys, like I feel like every single one of your like reels pops up on my feed.
Oh,
Well,
thank you,
thank
man.
you.
We appreciate
Yeah, that
that.
was so nice.
Yeah.
It's like when people get started in social media, like, and you guys have been doing social media production for a long time. I looked at your LinkedIn's and there's like all kinds of cool projects that you guys have been doing. So you've kind of like touched all kinds of projects. Like where would you tell people, and like I'm talking for like the HVAC company owner now who is listening to this podcast, like where would you tell people to get started in social media? Would you be like, hey, hop on a podcast and just start talking to your friend about what you do? Or would you be like, just start taking pictures? Like what's like the easiest way for people to get started in social media in your guys' opinion?
That's a good
That's a
question.
great
I
question.
think what I would say is obviously it's very specific to each individual and business, but like our podcast is it's just easy because we've known each other for so long. I think that's what makes it easy in regards to our show. But for like a business or an individual creator, it's like, I mean, I struggle with it from like a personal brand standpoint because I do a lot of video work, but it's like it's really hard to nail down like what you feel like you should do, but
Mhm.
it's really as easy today as just like recording what you're doing throughout the day. But I think it's a different mindset when you've already been kind of like a social media creator, or that you've kind of built your career around like video or photo or whatever. It's like a little bit easier to kind of know how to go about that. um so I think it's just, if you don't like have a budget to go out and get somebody to do it for you, I think it's like just a matter of, okay, what are kind of like the core things that I do really well in my business, and how do I just show that on a daily basis?
Mhm.
um but I don't think there's like a tried true thing for
I personally have no idea. I don't know what I have it. This is the one show, and this is a lot of like this is the one project or one of the few projects where I feel like we have a path
Yeah.
forward, and that's a credit because it's so niche,
Yeah.
right.
and it's like our show's very fun, but it's also such a huge credit of like where we're from. I feel like people love our team so much, and they're just good people. So they're like, we'll give this a chance. So like
Right.
it was kind of like the perfect storm. So to answer the question, this is like the one thing where I'm like, is this the way? Everything else, I'm like, I have no idea. It's just like trying anything and everything.
But
And yeah,
I think that kind of ties to what I said at first though, about I think it's literally just authenticity. It's like because
mhm,
we know each other so well, I think that's what helps, is like it comes
yeah,
across authentic because it's just how we know each other.
Mhm.
So I think that's just the biggest part of it all. It's like um I think like being a video creator myself, I feel like for a long time it was like, oh well, what looks cool, like what are people going to see and be like, this is cool or this is like interesting. But I really, nowadays I don't think it's like that. I don't think people care as much about like, is it flashy, is it cool looking. It's like they just want to see something real. So um
yes. Someone told us once, or I forget where I heard this of like to record videos as if you're on FaceTime and be that natural. It like stuff
Mhm.
that you're posting.
right,
Yeah, you don't have to like take it too.
seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because that's what does well, it seems like. Just like the more
yeah,
bare bones, like it's not overproduced. Because sometimes I feel like overproduced stuff doesn't do as well.
yeah,
Right, right. People want relatability. Like
Yeah.
you don't want like I've seen a lot of local people here. They really kind of put on their like news reporter voice when they start
Yeah.
recording. It's like, no,
Uh-huh.
don't do that. Like you sound like an
Yeah.
old-timey like 1940s news reporter coming to you
Yeah.
live. It's like, okay, like
yeah,
let's chill on that. Unless that's your thing. There was
yeah,
actually a guy who does it, that is his thing, is talking like an old-timey, and he wears like the old-timey hats and stuff. He was actually on the last episode, and it worked
yeah, I've seen
perfectly
his
for him.
videos.
He's awesome. Yeah, he's the best. His name's Jordy the Ninja, and he's yeah, he's that's his thing, and he owns it. So yeah, super cool.
Right,
You guys are you're Millard North boys, right? Is that correct?
right,
Yes.
right.
Okay.
Shout
Yeah,
out.
do
Yeah,
his
yeah.
research.
That's amazing. My girlfriend went to Millard North. I won't shout her out here on the podcast, but she was saying you guys were like Millard North legends, and then you guys go to LA. That's the word on the street. I don't know.
Was she making fun of us?
I don't know.
Like
I don't
us.
know.
He
Yeah,
peed,
Miller North Legend.
he peed his pants in my
Yeah.
civics class.
But
Amazing.
you guys get pulled out to LA. You get pulled out to the big time. Can you kind of like tell us about that journey and like what is it that LA offers like for media folks like yourselves versus what does Nebraska offer? And maybe like now, post COVID versus when you guys went out there. Like, can you tell us about that journey?
Mhm. I think
Yeah.
you go first because you've been here longer than I have.
Yeah. So I went to UNO for like a year or less before I did my first open mic, thanks to another Omaha guy, Joe Dunn. Shout out. He was the one who, very funny guy, great guy. He told me about this open mic at Mojo Smokehouse in Exarban. I don't know if
I don't think
Mojo
it's
is
there anymore.
still, might be
Wow.
a bank now. I don't know what's down there, but that's what got me started. And I immediately dropped out of college. I was
Whoa.
like, this is it. And I dropped out of college and moved to LA. So I was like, I think I eventually, when I ended up moving, I was like 20 or 21.
Cool.
And what I think most, I was thinking about this recently, what LA gave me the most was the relationships and the people I've met out here. Because now I can like watch TV and I'd be like, oh my gosh, I know him or her. It's like, it's very cool. Like, to start be out here for so long. And yeah, the relationships I think is the most important part. And then back when I moved, it was like my goal was to get on Conan and Comedy Central. And I don't, Conan is off the air, and I don't think Comedy Central exists anymore. I'm like, but I'm still gunning for him. I still show up to the building that's empty. Uh, so I would say, but now it's like changed. You can really be anywhere. What Nebraska gives, besides open parking lots for free, and not having to be stressed about traffic, is yeah, great people that you can do stuff like you're doing. Like, you don't have to be in a big city, which I think is exciting and a little frustrating now that I'm in a big city. And I'm like, man, I could have done so many more things. No, but that's how much it's changed. It felt like when I moved, it wasn't that. And now it is. So that's should get Omaha and Nebraska people pumped up, because you
Yeah.
can do this from anywhere.
Right.
Yeah. Like it's like the opportunity almost lies now in the places where all you like talented media people aren't at. It's like if you
Right.
want to come to Nebraska and start a Nebraska publication, like a Nebraska travel publication like I did, it's like it's wide open.
Mhm.
Everyone went to LA to try to make it there. So
Mhm.
it's
Right.
yeah, I do kind of see a lot of creative people kind of trickling back now. So that's
Yeah.
cool to see.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I the way I see it now is like people um I just lost my train of thought.
What? We gotta go.
Well,
We just closed the computer.
well, let me just walk it back to answer your question from my
Yeah.
perspective. Maybe that'll help me gain back what I was trying to say. I moved here in 2017. It was like a few years after him. Um, but I kind of had a more like traditional path because I went to Nebraska. I was an intern at Husker Vision. So I like
Cool.
worked with the athletic department and doing video stuff. Um, and then I think what really kind of opened up my mind to like different avenues of production and video work was like my senior year. I got to shout out my teacher, Jerry Renault. I don't know if he's still teaching there or not, but he taught my capstone course, which was like, it's like kind of the culmination of everything you learn in school. And I remember everything being kind of cut and dry. It was like the typical course was like, you're going to produce a newscast. And it's like, I had no interest in news. I was like, I'm not doing that. Um, but he was like the coolest guy ever. And he played in a local band at like Zoo Bar. If I don't know if Zoo Bar is still in Lincoln.
Shout out
Um,
Zubar.
Oh, oh yeah. It's never leaving.
that's awesome. But yeah, he used to play there. I remember going to see him one time. But he was like, we're gonna do a music show instead. And that like lit me up because I love music. I was like, all right, cool. So we like had to produce our own show. Like I hosted it with this one girl in my class, and we just had to like bring in local artists to like come and play, and we like interviewed them and blah blah blah. But that was like, I mean, once I got out to LA, I feel like I I've worked in sports media. I worked for USC. I did all the traditional like social media for like sports teams route. But then once I broke into that, I remember like thinking back to that class like at Nebraska. I was like that really like was like sparked my interest. Like I love music, I love entertainment, and what better place to do it than here in LA. And now obviously so much has changed. People like a lot of the industry I feel like is like kind of moving out of here.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of it, but um I don't know. Yeah, you can do it from anywhere. I still
Yeah.
like being out here. Obviously, it's a good
Mm.
place. Like made a lot of good relationships and cool opportunities, whatever. But you know, I do think that there's a space in Nebraska for stuff like this. Like people really, I think they want this. There's really not competition, like you said. So it's like, if you have people that can get back there and like, have a talent and have a desire to like build something, and they have the experience to kind of help them do that. Like I think Nebraska is a great place to do it, especially in Omaha.
Yeah. No,
Sorry for
that's
the ramble. I was
That
going
was
on and
beautiful.
on.
I was going to add absolutely
I
beautiful speech.
I totally hear you, man. Like when I went out to New York, it was to work in traditional media. Like I worked at Time magazine in New York because I'm like,
Nice.
hey, this is what you do, right? You go there and now it's been
Big Ten.
acquired and sold for parts, the whole thing is like been disassembled and like just being able to like come back and like serve, this
Right.
community here and like, kind of share what I've learned. It is it's super cool. But going back to your guys' thing, like the production value of this podcast, you guys have to tell us like what your secret sauce is. Because like when it you guys first came, it's about 2 months ago that you guys have been up and running. Am I right?
Mhm.
Almost three, I think now.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that.
Dude, the first time I saw it, I was just like, this is AI, or these guys are like paid by some like local bank or something like that to produce this because it's like the budget on this thing has to be through the roof. You guys do stuff like the Nebraska media sphere is you're like a decade ahead of the rest of us out here. I truly mean that. Like some of your edits and some of just the timing and like all the, the things that you use, like maybe tell us like what's your tech stack? Like what are you using to do all this stuff?
Should we peek behind the full curtain here? Because
Or leave it a mystery. Up to you.
no, we can do, what do you think?
I
I
don't
think we can
care.
tell people because we love Omaha, Nebraska. And for everyone to know, this goes back to like being in LA too. Just so you know, like just because you're in Nebraska or in LA, like everyone, even out here or in Nebraska, we're all just trying to figure out what we're doing.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm like, just because you're in Omaha, I don't want people back there to feel like, oh, we're not in the big, like
Yeah.
it can be done anywhere.
It doesn't matter.
So full peek behind the curtain. We truly, it's all green screen. We hang a green screen above a storage shelf that covers up paper towels and detergents and an old guitar.
Stack of plates.
And we just we use Adobe Premiere to edit, and we've just have both been editing for so long. I
Right.
think I'm all self-taught. I think you're pretty much the same.
Yeah.
I
Pretty
started
much.
on Windows Movie Maker when I still lived in Omaha. Like truly just like, and you can YouTube everything. But we
Yeah.
have been editing for a long time. We've edited a lot of
Right.
stuff. So that goes to credit of like the timing and different things we can do. But
Yeah.
it's all on YouTube and it all can be done by you. um so yeah, that's hopefully that answers the question. But yeah, it's all
Yeah.
green screen and then just
It's nothing sexy. You would
no.
see it what we are recording
Yeah.
today was
We
like, and you
will,
would be like,
yeah.
that's it.
That's it. We have anyone who's walked through it, because you do have to walk through to enter my home,
Yeah.
unfortunately, has taken photos and been like, oh my gosh. So like it'll be
We're
humble
like, don't
beginnings.
put that out
Yeah.
until we've leveled up.
It's like the Joe Rogan basement, right? Or wherever you
Yeah.
started. Like you guys are you're
Mhm.
at the beginning. And
It's oh
yeah,
sorry.
I was just gonna say, I think that what stands out to me is just like the effort that goes into each edit. Like you guys are like scripting songs and having like these crazy transitions and stuff. Like it looks like, and like I always tell people that a lot of social media, it comes with effort. Like a lot of people they want to cut the line. They're like, oh, what's the best AI tool I can use to make
Yeah.
social media? It's like
Right.
just quit trying to cut the line. Just put in the
Mhm.
effort. And is that
Yeah.
what you guys do? Like how many hours goes into this thing? Like to me, this looks like a 20-hour a week production. I don't know if that's true, but it
I
looks like a lot.
I would say like I think a lot of it, like he alluded to, comes down to experience. Like the and knowing each other, like it's truly
Mhm.
made it a way quicker process. Like I used to do an old podcast with a friend of mine, and his skill set was more in like the design and creative direction overall of like the show. So he didn't have like the technical skills of like editing and like shooting on cameras and doing all that. So it became like my full-time job. Like I was working on this all day, like every day.
Hmm.
And it just like it was like just a lot to like take on. But with Justin, like he can literally do all the things I can do. So it's like we're able to split things up and kind of get through them more quickly than like
Yeah.
we would you would expect.
And
Um,
he's saved too. Like the recent weeks, I've been so busy, and he's been like, "I got it," and he's ran the whole show. Like specifically these last 2 weeks. So it's good to have someone, and I have to return that favor soon. So next time you're busy, don't feel throw it over to me. And then we did have a conversation with each other about the edits and stuff. We're like, we know how to do all this stuff, so let's show people that we know how to do it and we're good, and that we didn't want to cut the line. We're like, let's,
right,
if we're going to do it, let's do it all the right way and do it the absolute best we can. And
right.
we're always like trying to make each other laugh with like, because we'll edit different clips and send it to each other.
Mhm.
So truly when we're both cutting, we're like, what's going to make the other person laugh? Just like trying new stuff, like putting our heads over people's body or like whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just the experience. Like the we do put effort into it,
Oh
but
yeah, it's a lot.
like it doesn't feel difficult. Like if you really just enjoy doing it, and then if you have the experience, that's another big bonus. But I don't know. Like if you really want something to be great, you just have to spend the time doing it. There's no
Yeah.
maybe one day if we're able to pay an editor to help us do some edits, that'd be cool. But like,
But truly, we love it so much. I already thinking of that. I'm probably gonna be so annoying to whatever poor person, like just like over their shoulder, like because it is so fun to do. That is a huge thing. We love comedy. We love Husker football, and love hanging out with each other. So yeah, it doesn't
yeah,
ever feel like work. It's just natural. It's what we do anyway.
right.
Are you guys using it as a kind of like a business development tool to attract other like podcasts customers that might want to work with you on the production side to be like, hey, look, this is what we can produce. Like I'm not exactly sure like what your guys, real kind of like revenue day-to-day jobs look like, but
Mhm.
yeah, where does that fall in?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, now we definitely have discussed like because we have our own projects and stuff, and that was definitely a conversation. We were like, we want to. That's another way to keep or another reason to do things the best we can. So if someone scrolls through it
Mm-hmm.
and they can see, but yeah, absolutely. Do you
Yeah,
have?
yeah. I mean, I think it's just started as fun, but I think the reaction that we got just even in the first couple of months, we are like, all right, well, there's definitely
Yeah.
opportunity. I mean, like you
Yeah.
just look around the space and look at the shows that are successful, and it's like, there's really nothing that isn't being done or that you see and you're like, well, we could do like our own version of this.
Mhm.
Like
Mhm.
there's so many people that have already kind of like paved the way. So it's like 10-15 years ago you would have looked at, hey, like you could make a Nebraska podcast and like make a bunch of money off of it so one day, like you would be like, yeah, right. Like you're
Yeah.
crazy. But now in today's day and age, like you can literally start a show or a channel about anything and
Yeah.
just work at it, and it can definitely lead to like business opportunities, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of business opportunities, have you guys had sponsorships? Like you're 90 days in, you guys are like in diapers in this thing. And I
Yeah.
assume that people are reaching out to you guys because if not now, I think there's no way that you guys aren't the next, workaholics for Husker football, like the next Adam Devine of like Husker football. That's what I
Oh,
see.
oh my gosh.
That's
Thank
crazy.
you.
I
That was very
I
appreciate
nice.
mean, I mean, yeah, that like I see, yeah, I'm sure you guys are gonna have, I'm sure you've already had attention from sponsors, but can you tell us about how that's been? How have people come to you, or has YouTube revenue, kicked in for you guys yet? I don't even remember how many subs you need to like start monetizing AdSense. I think it's like way more. I don't do
Yeah.
YouTube, so I don't know, but yeah.
right. I mean, nothing
No.
crazy yet. I
We've
mean, we're still
Okay.
early. We definitely have a lot of work to do and a long way to go, but
we've had
we've
some fun like back and forths with
yeah.
like social media accounts like Baxter Auto
And
responding.
Yes.
First National Bank.
And it's still
Uh,
like because I don't know, it's from I don't there's still something about it. I'm like, that's so cool. Whoever runs the Baxter car dealership TikTok commented and followed us. We're like, so yeah,
yeah.
so that's really where we're at now. But hopefully one day we can.
Yeah. I think it's just a matter of just having to keep going. I think that's gonna come if we just, stay consistent and stay on top of it. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
If any Omaha companies are watching,
Yeah, shout
our
out.
DMs are open.
Oh man, if people can get you cheap right now, if they can get on your channel for cheap, I think that's a gold mine of a sponsorship. Baxter Auto, give these guys like not even like a new car, give them like an
Give
old
us
like
a minivan,
Give
a
us a
yeah,
town
like
one. Yeah.
country.
Give
a
us
2018 like something used, give it to
a
them.
never a doubt town and country. We can put our logo on it. I would love that. Speaking of never doubt, I put this hat on. This is a new hat. I don't know if it fits me. And I just want everyone watching this to know that I know it might be a little small. It feels like it's kind of sitting on top of my head. Like I got a huge head and it kind of looks like a chef hat.
From here
Ratatouille's
it looks
there's a
good.
lot
From
of.
here it looks good.
Okay, and forget all that.
And then I've got a corn cob on my hat, which
Where did you get that?
kind of a an ode
To
to you
corn?
and your
Yeah.
show.
Yeah. Shout
Corn
out.
Oh,
Belt.
hey, thank you, Corn Belt. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Wait, can we ask about that? Because I'm so
Please,
curious about you
please.
building that channel. Because
Right.
for people, I mean, obviously, if you don't know already, if people don't know already, that what you've done is so insanely hard to do,
Thank
especially
you.
like being in the stand up world. My goal is to like tour with stand up. And a lot of people are like getting on stage is so hard, but then there's people who have the social media and then they try and come into stand up.
Mm.
I think you can learn stand, it's just repetition, but like I always tell those people like they have big followings and then they try to get on stage and it's always like we're complimenting each other like, oh, I could never, like, we want to do what each other can do.
Mm.
You doing that is unbelievably hard, so I would love to know like what
Mm.
that took.
And how long you've been at
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, well, kind of like you guys said, like it's just all effort. Like I've been doing it since 2022. So I started chipping away. I'd see other big states like Texas or New York have these accounts that are like explore our state type of accounts, and I lived for a number of years on the coast and I kind of have the like that like wanderlust, bug, whatever it is. And I'm like, okay, COVID came around and I had a bunch of free time to I could be really placeless for a while. And I'm like, well, let me just see what Nebraska's got, in the nooks and crannies of Nebraska that nobody goes to. So I'm like, yeah, let me just start trying stuff. And I would see stuff from like another account that I liked and I would like pull it into my account and try to like flip it in like a Nebraska way, like
Right.
throwing the dart at the map or there's this guy named Mega American who he like goes to beautiful parts of the country and he like emotes. So he like records himself making a face like he's like amazed by this sunset that he's seeing, and then he like shows the sunset. So like I copied him on a post, and I just kind of like copied all the creators that I like the most, but used like the Nebraska lens as the kind of the
Mhm.
foundation of it. And it just, yeah, it just works. People love Nebraska. I think Nebraska has a strong brand within Nebraska too. So I think I kind of piggybacked off that. So yeah.
Definitely. I mean, it's genius. Yeah. I mean, Nebraskans that want to support like people from the state that are
Mm-hmm.
like we were at the UCLA game last weekend or two
Yeah.
weekends ago or whatever, and Adam Devine was on the sideline, and people were just going nuts.
Oh yeah.
Everyone wanted him to come over and like talk to him. So
Cool.
I think it's like that for everybody.
Yeah.
If you're doing cool things, people want to support it. And I think the part too about having grown up in Nebraska now living out here, it's like you realize how much people just don't know about anywhere else. Like they don't look in Nebraska and like, oh, we're gonna go there. What there's got to be some cool stuff there. It's like everyone just kind of passes it over as like whatever. So
Yeah,
it's cool to see people like try to shed light on it because I think there is a lot more to Nebraska than
for sure.
what people just think. or don't know.
So many people tell us you're the first person I've ever met from Nebraska. Some people say they can't point it out on a map. I think we're from an advantage from being from this like the center of the country. I feel like we know all the state because we're in
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Some people are like, I don't know the Midwest. Like, I don't, they have no clue, which is crazy to me.
Somebody said to me once, "It's next to Texas, right?" And I was like, "No, not really at all."
They just know Texas is in the middle, so it must be
Yeah.
kind of in
Right.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's like two people who really follow my account, two buckets of people. One is like the local people who want to like share the content, be like, "Ooh, I played a youth soccer game in that random town in Nebraska," and they want to like send it to their friends. And then there's the other one who is like they're from Florida or maybe they're from like Europe or overseas or somewhere on the coast, and they're just so curious and morbidly fascinated with what the heck is going on here in Nebraska. And so I really try to play to that. Like having spent time on the coast, I kind of am able to like flip my brain and be like, oh, what would just blow people's mind if we,
Yeah.
showed them how, okay, here's a county where there's like the population is like one person per square mile or something like that. Like how does that feel if I fly a drone shot over it, So
But
Right.
also because like out and being in the big city, maybe people from those small towns think of the big city. I have to tell you, it's a conversation out here a lot with people in LA of like dreaming of like moving to a town like that, like being like, oh, that seems so nice. A town full of one people and I'm people. Like, send me there. I'll be the sheriff, the librarian. I'll do it all.
Totally. I think so many people they want to start like, these little like communities with their friends and go like take over a small town and like leave the big city and like
Mhm.
have their own little, I don't know, compound. And yeah, I get it. Yeah. A
It
lot of
definitely
people.
happens. It happens when you get older, I think. I think when we moved here, we were in our early 20s. So it's like, oh, this rules. And it's like there I still enjoy a lot about it, but you get a little bit older and you're like, maybe I'll start looking a little bit more outward. I'm gonna start slowly pushing my way out of the city.
True.
Uh, I don't know. It's
Yeah, I agree with that.
yeah. Thank you.
Anytime.
But I think Nebraska, we are ripe for like a boom here.
Mhm.
This is like a place for all the inflation refugees is what I call them. Everyone in the
Yeah.
States who life sucks if you're on the coast and you can't find parking, you can't afford square footage. Like it's
Can't
not
find a
cool.
job.
Yeah,
Yeah.
truly.
And like everything's so decentralized now. Like media is so decentralized. Come here and do your media work. Like, I think we're due for a nice little
Kind of so
population boom
I
or
think so
something.
too. Every time I go back, there's like new stuff downtown and stuff. It
right.
fires me up. I love
I
Omaha.
think for the longest time there was like that there's like a idea or a like a feeling that like Nebraska or Omaha specifically is like just kind of like behind the times or not invested into like current and new things, and maybe in some areas that might still be true, I don't know, but like I think it's like people are more than open to having you know new avenues and new businesses, new media, all kinds of stuff. I think Omaha is it's time for that to
Yeah.
happen, I think, in Omaha. So
Even when I
Totally.
left, there was only like the Funny Bone and maybe one other spot that did comedy. Now I see friends that go through Omaha on their tours, and there's like new venues I haven't even heard of. It's fire.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah. I think that Nebraska is like the perfect balance of like we don't jump on every trend,
Mhm.
right.
because there's something to be said for Nebraska being very like a little bit wary of new trends and because
Traditional.
you can get burnt by new trends,
Yeah.
but also like you're right, like we are open to new stuff and building and taking risks and expansion and so I think it's nice that this does feel like a place where you can kind of grow and like be a little bit insulated by like the crazy new trends that are on the coast, but it's also open to growth.
Right.
Hmm.
I mean, you see like Dave Chappelle move back to Ohio, which is like
I
where
didn't
he's
know that.
from. Is he from there or did he just move there?
I think he just moved
Um,
there.
oh
I'll
yeah, no,
ask
he's
him
from
next
no,
time I see him.
he's from DC. He's from DC. I knew that. But he moved to
Yeah, yeah,
Ohio
yeah.
and just like created his own like comedy like play. Oh, you
Cool.
disappeared.
Me?
Yeah.
He went blurry. Um, It's
You
like,
got
what
green screened out of here. Yeah.
Yeah.
just happened? But he like created a comedy club in like on his ranch. So now he has all these massive shows, and it's like I look at that and I'm like, you could do that in Omaha. Like, why not? You know?
Totally, yeah. I guess that Kansas City has a lot of celebrities too. Like Paul Rudd is from Kansas City, I
Yeah.
guess. And
Mhm.
Mhm.
and he's really been him and a lot of other of these like mega celebrities have been like, let's go back to the Midwest. And I was talking to the Potash twins. Are you guys familiar with them? They
I just know them from they did Matt Rule's podcast. I saw a
they
clip
just
of them.
did.
Yeah.
And everyone was kind of like, "Wow, they did Matt Rule podcast. Like they're really doing it." But they're the composer laureates of Nebraska. So
Oh, nice.
they did a lot of music in LA, and they kind of incorporated like horns into like popular pop music. Basically, that's kind
Mhm.
of how they got their thing. But they're good friends with Paul Rudd, and so they've been kind of coming back and like dipping their toe back into Nebraska, along with kind of all these other big names. So I don't know. It's cool.
Cool.
Midwest has got a lot going on, and I think it's going to grow.
Wait, they're from Omaha, the
They're
Potash?
from Omaha. Yeah, I think they went to West Side. Yeah,
Shout out.
dude,
That
you
rules.
guys got to connect with these guys.
I
Yeah,
know. I need to look at their stuff. I literally
yeah,
just saw the clip from Rules podcast. I got to check them out. That's awesome.
yeah. Super cool. I just found out about them too in the past couple months. I think they just got that title from the governor, the composer laureate. So I think that they're actually maybe they'll be the next podcast on here. Who knows? So.
That'd
Yes.
be awesome.
Yeah. Well, guys, thank you guys for popping on. Quick episode, but I love hearing about you guys and just your guys' stuff is like the future of Nebraska production value and everything. Like I seriously can't wait to see what you guys do next. So thank you
Thank
guys. Do you guys want to
you.
plug anything too? Like give us a plug.
Um,
We just have
Your
a new
book?
website. Yeah, you can
Yeah.
just check out our website, neverdoubtpod.com, and then at neverdoubtpod on all social media or most of it. Now there's so many new ones. I'm like, are we on all? We're on most. But thank you so much for having
yeah,
us on. This
thank you
was
for having
awesome.
us, man. We really appreciate it. I mean, anything that we can connect on down the road, obviously our DMs are open, so let us know. You're doing great. I almost said the bad word.
I
Oh,
think we can say it. I think we can
delete
say
the
it.
You're
But
episode.
yeah, believe.
doing
Yeah.
great shit over there.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I love seeing the content. Honestly, it's like kind of like reconnects us a little bit to like back home. It's like we
Yeah.
don't get to see a lot of that
Mhm.
type of stuff. So
Dude, well, I think what we gotta do is you guys gotta come back and we gotta go do a video together. We gotta
Oh,
go to some weird like small town
yes.
bar and just eat the weirdest thing on the menu, or I don't know. We
Dude,
we should do something.
truly would love that. We actually
Yeah,
should do that.
that would be
yeah,
epic.
Yeah.
yeah. We'll drive like 8 hours to Scotts Bluff and just like
Yes.
just hang out, vibe out.
Love that.
Awesome, guys.